Minute Math. When you need help, you use Minute Math.
I'm Sean Gann, and this is Minute Math, and today we're learning about finding percent change. We're going to find each percent change and round to the nearest tenth of a percent and state if it's an increase or a decrease. So, if I was given this problem from 82 to 38, okay? First thing here is we clearly can see that this is a decrease. We're going from 82 to 38, so we got a decrease. All right, we got a decrease right there, okay? Now, I need to find the difference between these two. The largest number subtracted by the smallest. So 82 minus 38, okay? So let's go to that. 82 minus 38. 8 here, 7, make it 12, 2 to 12. 12 minus 8 to 4, 7 minus 3 to 4. We got 44, okay? So we have 44 right here, okay? And we have to divide that by the first number, 82, okay? So when we divide 44 from 82, we approximately get, let me use my calculator here, okay? 44 divided by 82, we get approximately 0.536585, okay? Now, we need to convert that to a percent, okay? So to convert that to a percent, we move the decimal place 2 spots to the right. So we have 53.6585%, okay? Then they also say round to the nearest tenth. So we look at a tenth of a percent. The 6 right there is the tenths place, right? 5 makes it round up, so we have 53.7%, right? Round the 6 up to 7, and then that's a decrease, like we said. And so we have 53.7% decrease as our final answer. From 75 to 45, okay? Well, obviously, 75 to 45 is a decrease, okay? So we had a decrease going on right there, okay? So we got to keep that in our mind. Now, the way to do this, we subtract the large number from the smaller number, 75 minus 45, find the difference there, and we get a 30. Then we take that 30 and divide it by the first number, 75, which equals exactly 0.4. We need to convert that to a percent. Well, the decimal place 2 spots to the right makes that to be 40%. And there's nothing else afterwards to the nearest tenth already because there's nothing there. So my final answer is 40% and then a decrease. And there we have our final answer. From 33 to 47. 33 to 47. Well, this is clearly an increase, so we got to keep that noted right there. That's an increase right there, okay? Then, find the difference between the two numbers. Larger number subtracted by the smaller one. That gives us a 14. 47 minus 13 is a 14. Take that number 14, divide it by the first number, 33, and we get the decimal, exactly actually, 0.42. And that's 42 repeating forever, the 42 part, right? Convert that to a percent, right, is 42.42 repeating percent, right? Decimal place moves over 2. Well, rounding that to the nearest tenth, that 4 and the 2, we round it to just the 4, right? The 2 causes the 4 to stay as a 4. So we have 42.4%. We said it was an increase. And so there we have our final answer, a 42.4% increase. From 92 to 9.7, don't forget that decimal, 9.7. First step, find the difference. Well, first step actually, is this an increase or a decrease? It is a decrease right there. We got a decrease going on. So, difference between the two, 92 minus 9.7. All right, and then 92 is 92.0. This comes out to be an 82.3. All right, 82.3 divided by the first number, which is 92, which gives us an approximate answer of 0.89456 5. Now, we got to convert this to a percent here. 2 spots to the right, 1, 2, gives us 89.4565%. Round to the nearest tenth. We look at the 5. 5 causes the 4 to go up 1. So we have 89.5% right here. We said it was a decrease. And there we have our final answer, 89.5% decrease. From good old 70 to 62. All right, that's from 70 to 62. Well, first we see that's clearly a decrease. 70 to 62, we're going down, okay? Now, find the difference between the two. 70 minus 62 is an 8. We take that number and divide it by the first number, which is 70. That gives me approximate decimal, 0.1142857. All right, now convert that to a percent. Decimal place, 2 spots to the right, 11.4, well that's a 42857%. Now, round to the nearest tenth of a percent. 4, we look at the 2. 2 causes a 4 to stay where it is. We have 11.4%. We already said it was a decrease. And there we have our final answer, 11.4% decrease. From 8 to 4. All right, from 8 to 4. Well, we clearly see that's a decrease right there. 8 to 4. Now, difference for the two, hopefully you can do that off the top of your head, is just a 4. First number divided, or 4 divided by the first number is 0.5. Okay? So we got 0.5. Convert that to a percent. That is a 50%, right? Decimal place 2 spots to the right, 50%. Round to the nearest tenth, well, we don't even have a tenth because it was an exact decimal there. We know it was a decrease. And so we have a 50% decrease right there. From 58.5 to 76.3. Well, clearly this is an increase. We're increasing from 58.5 to 76.3. Now, find the difference between the two. Grab the larger number, 76.3, subtracted by the smaller number, 58.5, and that difference comes out to be a 17.8. Now, take that number, 17.8, and divide it by the first number, 58.5, and that gives us an approximate 0.3042 Now, write that as a percent. Decimal point, 2 spots to the right. 30.427%. Now, when you told us round to the nearest tenth of a percent, that's right there, that 4. Look to the right, there's a 2. 2 causes the 4 to stay where it is. 30.4%. We already said it's an increase. And there we have our answer, 30.4% increase. From 58 to 53. Now, we see that this is clearly a decrease. We're going down and not yelling timber. Okay? So we got that there. Now we can find the difference between these two numbers. 58 minus 53 comes out to be good old 5. Take that number 5, divide it by the first number, 58, and we got a decimal here. Okay, approximate 0.08620 right there. All right, now convert that to a percent. Decimal place moves over 2 spots to the right. Got 8.6207%. Convert that, or not convert that. Round that to the nearest tenth. The 6, we look at that, look to the right, that's a 2, causes a 6 to stay where it is. We got 8.6%. Already said it's a decrease. And there we have our answer, 8.6% decrease. From 79 to 94. Okay, obviously that this is an increase. We got that noted. Now, difference between the two numbers, 94 minus 79. Okay, subtract the two and we get a 15 right there. Take that number 15, divide it by the first number 79, and we get the decimal here of 0.1898734. All right, now write that as a percent. Decimal place, 2 spots to the right gives me 18.98734%. We got to round that bad boy. All right, now rounding that bad boy here is a little tricky. Let's be careful. We look at the 9. Look, excuse me, to the right, that's an 8. 8 causes 9 to go up 1, right? So we go up 1. Well, 9 plus 1 is a 10, so we have a 0 here. 18. 8 goes into being a 9. Add the 1 there. 1. We have percent. Now, you don't necessarily need that decimal point 0, but I'm going to leave it there as is. Now, we said that already is an increase. And so our answer here is 19% increase. From 63 to 98. All right. Clearly, this is an increase right there. 63 to 98, that is an increase. Now, find the difference between these two numbers. The larger number, 98, subtracted by the smaller number, 63. That gives us a good old 35. Take that number 35 and divide it by the first number, 63. That comes out to be exactly 0.5 repeating. 0.5 repeating. Now, this as a percent, 2 spots to the right, that's 55.55555. Remember, repeating goes on forever. Percent. Okay? Now, we need to write that or round that to the nearest tenth of a percent. We look at this first 5, right, the 10th position. The 5 to the right causes this 5 to go up 1, so we actually have 55.6%. We said that was an increase, and there we have it, 55.6% increase. From 84 to good old 4. Well, clearly this is what we call a decrease, all right? Difference between the two, 84 minus 4 is just good old 80. Take that 80, divide it by the first number, 84, and that comes out to be approximately 95238.1. All right. Now, write that as a percent, decimal point, 2 spots to the right, 95.2381%. Round that to the nearest tenth. We look at the tenth place of 2, look to the right, see the 3. 3 tells us that 2 stays where it is. 95.2%. We already stated that this was a decrease. And there we have our answer, 95.2%. decrease. From 71 to 22. 71 to 22. All right. Well, this is clearly what we call a decrease right there. Now, difference between the two. 71 minus 22 comes out to be 49. Take that 49, divided by the first number, 71. Now, that comes out to be the decimal, 0.690141. Convert that to a percent. Decimal point over 2 spots, 69.0141%. Got to round that to the nearest tenth right there. Look for the 0 to its right. We got a 1. 1 keeps a 0 where it is. 0 stays where it is. We don't always need to write the 0, so sometimes you might not see it there. And that's just a 69%. Okay? We saw it was a we said it was a decrease. And there we have our final answer, a 69% decrease. From 79 feet to 150, that's a 557 feet. Okay? 79 feet to 175 feet. Okay? Well, this is clearly an increase between the two. We're going up to 175. Difference, take the large number, 157, and subtract the smaller number, 79. Get an answer of 78. Take that number, 78, divided by the first number, 79. All right, that decimal comes out to be 0.987342. All right, that as a percent, though. Decimal place, 2 spots to the right. We got 98.7342%. Okay, round to the nearest tenth. Look at the 7, tenths place. Look to the 3 to the right. It's a 3. Keeps the 7 where it is. 98.7%. And we said it was already an increase. And there we have our answer. 98.7% increase. From 174 miles to 135.9 miles. Okay? All right, so first thing we recognize here that this is what we call a decrease. We're going down. Now, find the difference between the two. 174 minus 135.9. We put the 0.0 there for the 174, and we get 38.1 right there. Take that number, 38.1 divided by the first number is 174. Okay? That's approximately 0.218965. All right. Write that as a percent. Take this decimal. 2 spots to the right gives us the percent, 21.89655%. Round to the nearest tenth of a percent. Look at the 8. 8, and then we got a 9 to the right. The 9 causes the 8 to go up 1. 21.9% now we have right there. We said it was a decrease. And there we have our answer, 21.9% decrease. From $109, $109 to big money, $98 right there. All right. We see that's a decrease. That's unfortunate when the money is involved. You don't want to lose money here. All right, find the difference between the two. 109 minus 98. 90, that's a weird looking 8, but it's okay. 109 minus 98 is a good old 11. Take that 11, divided by the first number, 109, and we get approximately 0.100917. All right. Write that as a percent. Decimal point, 2 spots to the right, got 10.0917%. Then right there, we look at the 0, the 10th spot, right? We got to round this. 9 causes the 0 to go up 1, got a 1. 10.1% right there. Well, we saw, or we already said that this was a decrease. And we got our answer, 10.1% decrease. From a good old 122 minutes, not minute math, but minutes, to 109 minutes again. All right. Well, we clearly see that this is going down. This is what we call a decrease right there. Now, difference between the two, 122, larger number, just subtracted by the smaller number, 109. We get a good old 13. Well, it's not really lucky, but it's okay. 13 divided by the first number, 122. All right? That decimal comes out to be 0.106557. All right. Now, this as a percent. Decimal place, 2 spots to the right. We got 10.6557%. We want to write that really as a rounded percent there. Look at the 6, right? 10th percent. 6 right there to the right. It's a 5. 5 causes 6 to go up 1. 10.7%. We already said it's a decrease. And there we have our answer, 10.7% decrease. From 43 minutes to 160 minutes. Okay? 43 minutes to 160 minutes. Well, this is clearly a classic case of an increase right there. Increase, we're going up. Difference between the two, 160 minus 43, gives me 117. Take that 117 divided by the first number, which is a good old 43. Decimal place, 2.7209302. Okay? Write that as a percent right here. Decimal place, 2 spots to the right there. It gives me 272.09302. Now, we got to round that. Look at the 0. Look to the right. It's a 9. 9 causes 0 to go up by 1 to 1. 272.1%. We said this was an increase. And there we have it, our answer. 272.1% increase. From 55 grams to 70 grams. Okay? 55 grams to 70 grams. Well, this is clearly an increase right there. Now, difference between the two. 70 minus 55 comes out to be a good old 15. That's a 1 right there. 15. Take the 15 divided by the first number, 55, and we get the decimal. Well, no, approximate actually. Exactly 0.27. The 27 is repeating forever. All right, that as a percent. Decimal place, 2 spots to the right, 27.2722727. You get the picture percent. Got to round that to the nearest tenth. Look at the 2. 7 causes 2 to go up by 1, 27.3%. We already said it was an increase, folks. And there we have our answer. 27.3% increase. From 199 feet to 92 feet. Okay? So from 199 feet to 92 feet. Okay? Well, this is a decrease. We're going down right there. All right. Difference between the two. 199 minus 92. That difference is of 107, okay? We take the 107, and we divide it by the first number, 199, okay? That 107 divided by 199 is approximately 0.537688. Now, we got to write that as a percent. Decimal point. 2 spots to the right, 1, 2, 53.7688%. We got to write that as a rounded percent. We look at the 7, and to its right is a 6. 6 causes 7 to go up by 1 to 8. 53.8% here. We already said it was a decrease. And there we have it. 53.8% decrease is our final answer. From 152 miles to 196 miles, okay? So we got miles here. Well, this is what we call an increase. We're increasing from 152 to 196. Now, we got to find the difference between the two. Larger number, 196, subtracted by the smaller number, 152. That gives us a 44. We take that 44 and divide it by the first number, 152. It gives us a decimal of 0.28947. Now, let's write that as a percent. We take that decimal, 2 spots to the right, gives us the percent, 28.947%. We got to round that. We look at the 9, and then we look to its right as a 4, right? 4 causes the 9 to stay where it is, the tens place, right? So we have 28.9 stays there. It's a percent. We already said it's an increase, right? An increase. And so our final answer here is 28.9% increase. From 141 grams to 142 grams. Okay? Well, that is an increase, but very slightly by 1, right? But it's still an increase, right? So we find the difference. Large number, 142, subtracted by a small number, 141. You know this. It's just, 1. Take that number 1, divided by the first number, 141. Gives us a decimal, approximately 0.00709. All right. That decimal here needs to be converted to a percent. Decimal point, 2 spots to the right. Gives me 0.709%. Okay? So this is 0.7% roughly, right? Well, take the 7, we look to the right, we got a 0. 0 causes a 7, stay where it is. 0.7%. We already said this was an increase, though slightly, which makes sense here. Increase. And there we have it, our final answer, 0.7% increase. From a good old 88 grams, not the cracker, to 84 grams. No H there. All right, so first thing, I notice this is a decrease. 88 to 84 is a decrease right there. Now, difference between the two. Larger number, 88, subtracted by the smaller number, 84. Okay? That gives us a 4 right there. Take that number 4, divided by the first number is an 88. Okay? 4 divided by 88 gives me the decimal 0.045, and the 45 is repeating forever right there. All right? So, well, how to write that as a percent? Point right here. 2 spots to the right. We got 4.545, and the 45 will repeat forever. Percent. Okay? Now we got to round the percent. We look at the nearest tenth spot right there as a 5. 5 looks to the 4. 4 causes 5 to stay where it is. We have 4.5 now percent. Already said it was a decrease. It's an E right there and an A. And an E at the end. Oh man. And we have 4.5% decrease as our final answer. From 43 minutes to 28 minutes. All right, and it's not minute math, it's just minutes right there. All right, we got a decrease. 43 to 28 is clearly a decrease. Now, difference between the two, which means larger number subtracted by the smaller number, 28. That gives us a quick answer here of a 15. Okay? Take that 15, divide it by the first number, 43, and that gives us an approximate answer, 0.348837. Now, we got to write that as a percent. Decimal point, 2 spots to the right, gives us the percent, 34.8837%. Okay? We got to write around this, right? Look at the 8, the 10th spot right there. To the right, we have another 8. That 8 makes the first 8 go up to a 9. 34.9%. We already said we have a decrease right here. Decrease, and so our answer is just 34.9% decrease. From 54 meters to 154 meters. Okay? So 54 meters to 154 meters. Well, this is clearly here an increase, right? We're going up. Okay? So let's find a difference. Larger number, 154, subtracted by the first number, 54. All right, that's easy. That's 100. So we take the number 100 divided by the first number, 54. This gives us actually an exact answer here with repetition, 1.851. And 851 is repeating all together. All right, convert that to a percent. Decimal point, 2 spots to the right. 185.1, and then we have 85, right? That's going to repeat 1, so just keep it consistent here. 851 is the part that repeats forever. I mean, we could put it earlier, but it's okay by 1 digit. Now, we got to round this. Look at the 1. To its right, we see an 8. 8 causes the 1 to go up to 2, my favorite number. 185.2%. Already said that this was an increase. And so there we have our final answer, 185.2% increase.
Minute Math. When you need help, you use Minute Math. Minute Math. When you need help, you use Minute Math. MinuteMathTutor.com.